We're here in sunny Palm Springs, Florida for this exciting neutral site matchup featuring defending tournament champ and current number 1 seed, Ryan Martinez. He's here taking on the spectacular rookie, the man himself, Spencer Dugan. I'm Keegan Fong, as always, in the booth alongside Alexander Lucy, and boy do we have an exciting one for you today.
This should be a good matchup. Spencer's been one of our rising stars. He's one of our best players to come out of the woodwork, showing that he has what it takes to win against, our biggest players. And, Ryan is one of our biggest players. So this is a really good opportunity for Spencer to prove himself.
For sure, and we know that he's steadily improved, quickly becoming the absolute favorite for Rookie of the Year. He has come out to an astounding lead per se in the skill level that he has gained over the past couple of months, but he's facing another juggernaut, the Ryan Martinez, the man who is currently number 1 in the league standings for win percentage, the man who has consistently won tournaments. So we'll have to see how he matches up here as we see good starts from both candidates here. It's turn 3. We see a Lincoln player, 86 votes, clearly going old South African American. We see Ryan going with electing to go with the slower strategy with the Reagan, going national groups. So what's Spencer got to do here to get an early advantage while Reagan builds up money here, Alex?
So Reagan is a typical fiend for the Old South. So I think, Spencer's already got off on the right foot by attacking the Old South, eliminating that vector for Ryan to use. And, this is a good way for him to force Ryan to take, it takes a bit longer to get manufacturing, which is a good state group, but it's going to take an extra turn or two.
For sure, as we see some more pips in from the Spencer camp. We're only seeing the Spencer video for today. Some technical difficulties on the Ryan end. But that's just what we're going to have to be working with today. As we see turn 5, we finally see the Martinez pip into Texas and California. So he's electing to go with the big state strategy. That's what he's going for. Alex, what is Ryan going to be working for after he gets those Texas-Cali plays?
I'm not sure if I'm mistaken, but I think I see an Illinois pip by Ryan as well. So I think manufacturing is probably an early target, between Texas and Illinois. And then by going for California as well, that's a very strong way to push for ag, Latino, and oil and gas. So I think that will be secondary to the manufacturing play, but I expect we'll see that in the coming turns.
And we've been recently on the 270 Live channel ragging on that Latino vote. But if Ryan can pick up Latino, that still opens him to the door for some of these white states. We're still seeing Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico, hell, even Jersey, I guess, if you want to add Jersey into the mix. Still open, so that does leave him some advantages here. No conflicts just yet, though. We're in that stage where we will start seeing money getting burned. But we can clearly see that there are some moves beyond what Lincoln is currently in. He's going into some more of those African-American states. We see Reagan locking in California. We're seeing Lincoln pick up African-American, and with that massive bonus on African-American, he's got $150,000 now on the spin. 238, 113. This is going to be pretty impactful when it comes to what Spencer can do next.
Yeah, this has been a blistering start. 238 electors already with the South, as well as a decent chunk of manufacturing. Old Town and Gown is on the way. New York. This has been an incredible start for Spencer. He just needs to keep the momentum up and not falter.
For sure. And we see Ryan has been able to consistently keep up with the money spin, though, with the national groups, with the Cali, Texas pips. So it's a real battle over cash here. As we go into turn 8, we're going to see the spins here. Ryan's going to pick up some more, pick up Latino. He's got the magical Latino.
Yeah, as bad as Latino is, I think it can be useful because he got it so quickly. Latino, usually the struggle is that you have to invest so much to get it, but he picked it up so quickly that it could actually be a very advantageous tool in combating the swing southwestern states.
Yep. For sure, it does actually bring some merit in a game like this. Well, at this point, but we can see Spencer is getting a little pressure from Ryan. Ryan's got that manufacturing money, and he's kind of being able to pip into some of those states. Spencer, however, is going to pick up high tech. We see a max out in 2 very key states: Illinois, dark ruby red for Reagan, and North Carolina, bright red for Spencer. So some very crucial locks coming in turn 9.
Incredibly. I think it'll be very interesting to see where manufacturing falls because Spencer does hold the majority of them, but Texas and Illinois are such chunky pieces that I think you only need Indiana, if I'm not wrong, to secure it in entirety.
That is correct. With Texas and Illinois, you really only need one more state to lock in that manufacturing. So I'm presuming we'll see some Reagan pips into those states that Lincoln's currently in. We're rapidly losing white space on the board. Spencer is playing at a blistering pace, like you said earlier. The spins
Mm-hmm.
roughly the same amount. Some light conflicts in the state of Iowa, 40 grand each. We're seeing a game of locks in at this point. I think Spencer is playing for the locks to try to get that ballot in very quickly because he's got the lead right now, but it's not that strong of a lead. 302, 236 for Ryan. Ryan's clearly going on the offensive, pipping into the states. What's a region of this map, Alex, that you want to keep an eye on for these next upcoming turns?
Definitely the central United States area. If you look at those pips in, when Spencer shows it, just about every single state they're both in. Almost half of this map is up for grabs, and both of them have similar money amounts. Spencer's fast pace gave him those state groups, and Ryan has the money candidate. So, they're almost on equal footing when it comes to these states. So that's an area that there will be a lot of turnover.
So a lot of movement here coming into turn 11. We see Reagan locks in key states, Illinois, New Mexico. Meantime, we have a Lincoln lock in Arizona, maybe the best state in the game. We see a complete overpowering in the state of Tennessee. Not yet a lock, but that's a lot of money in a state that only provides African American. And in the meantime, Washington locked in with that high-tech money. So some good key locks coming in. Spencer still maintaining his lead, 311, 227, actually increased his lead from the last turn. But I think this is where Reagan has been positioning himself. He's just getting into Spencer states, hoping to go on the offensive. We'll just have to see. Turn 11 now over. We're going to watch and see the returns for turn 12. Roughly the same spins again, nothing too crazy. A one electoral vote movement. And we're actually going to see ballot. That's shocking. We're going to see a very quick ballot, turn 12, and that means Ryan's got a lot of ground to make up. Alex, what's your assessment of the situation here?
This is crucial for Ryan. He really needs to play his cards right, and it is very good that he just picked up manufacturing this turn. So that will be incredibly useful, especially when attacking their shared Midwestern states. But, I don't want to say that it's over, but like Spencer certainly has an edge, and it will take a lot of finesse from Ryan to pull it off.
But I will say, if there is anyone to pull off a comeback like this, it would be Ryan. So we'll just have to wait and see. The seconds ticking down on the ballot turn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what these state returns are. Coming out, number 1, Alabama. A blockout by Lincoln that's going to be very key to holding on to that victory. Indiana, Reagan's going to take the lead there, so that's going to be plus 11. Bring it a little closer. A block out of Massachusetts that was key for Lincoln. Missouri, a holdout.
A lot of money
there.
in Missouri.
A lot of money in Missouri. North Dakota, there's the steal with that oil and gas.
Battleground North Dakota.
Battleground North Dakota. 3 electoral votes. 242-98. Reagan with a strong push in Nevada. Defense in New Hampshire. A block out in Ohio that's going to tie, and that is
beautiful.
That is probably going to save the game for Lincoln. And he'll max out Utah, but it will not be enough for the Reagan Surgeons here. It is going to be 298 Lincoln, 240 Reagan. Spencer is going to dethrone the king of 270 live, the man at the top of the list. And there goes the victory for Spencer. What a game, Alex.
What a brilliant matchup. Offensive battle. Beautiful.
Yeah, Spencer was great. He was fast, he was on point, and it was simply too much for Ryan to hold back. Like I said, Spencer played a fantastic game. Final score is going to be 298, 240 to Spencer for the upset victory. A wonderful game for Alex and I to commentate. And you'll want to stick around for post-game interviews. Joe Miller's going to be making an appearance. He's going to be interviewing some of our contestants. So stick around. You won't want to miss it.
Have you ever wanted to get away from it all? To just live life as God intended, in nature, without a cell phone, without technology, without cell service? Try T-Mobile. T-Mobile. For when actual cell service just doesn't cut it.
All right, and thank you for sticking around with us. We are here with some post-game interviews. We got our sideline reporter, Joe Miller, here live with the Ryan camp. Joe, take it away.
Now, Ryan, we saw throughout, especially the end of this game, you made several strategic errors in terms of not shotgunning, not putting yourself in a position to take a lot of his states. But still, that game was winnable in states like Ohio and Massachusetts. What do you say to your critics who think you really blew this opportunity to win this game?
You win some, you lose some. I just tend to win most of the time. It happens.
Wait, what? Brian, I think we've lost you.
No, I'm
Brian,
here.
why are you
That's what
running away from me right now? Brian, we're in the middle of
I'm
an
not
interview.
running. Look, I have a 75% win percentage. You win some, you lose some. I lose 25% of the time. It's all right. Happens.
Okay, well, Ryan, thank you so much for taking this time. Congrats on the loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, for any of our viewers who are new to the stream, there is a intense rivalry between Ryan and Joe. So we love to do these sideline borders where they attack each other.
Oh, sorry. I want to say one extra thing. Just looking at the standings, I have a 75% win percentage. Joe Miller has a 14.29% win percentage. Just wanted to let the viewers know.
Okay. All right, Spencer, how does it feel to prove yourself against the king in a matchup like that? And not just to prove yourself, but to prove yourself dominantly.
It's a feeling like no other. We wanted to come out. We wanted to play fast. We wanted to pick up African American quickly, mostly just to piss in the face of Joe. We wanted to show that we have been working hard at this program to make ourselves into a national contender, into a real threat, not just for Rookie of the Year, but for the goddamn best player in this game. And I think what we did today, how we played today, and how much we won by really shows that we are a program to not just look out for, but the program to look out for.
Bold statements. I love it.
So thank you for joining us for this 270 live game. It's been an exciting one. We got to see Spencer defeating the King of 270. Catch you next time, and as always, good night, Omaha.